Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we will learn about display value Inline-Block. CSS provides us with another display value called Inline-Block. Unlike inline element, we can give Inline-Block elements width and height. Let's try an example to understand this better. Say we have this span. It has a text, hello. Let's give it an ID, say span 1. Let's create another span. Let's say span 2, and let's say hello world. Let's save it. Let's open this with live server. Let's bring up our code editor. All right, let's try giving some styles to this span 1. So hash span 1. Let's say background color light blue. Let's save it. Let's give it a height, say 100 pixels. Let's give it a width, say 200 pixels. Let's save it. And as you can see, the width and height of our hello element is still the same. Similarly, let's try it for span 2. So hash span 2. Let's just copy paste these here. And instead of light blue, say light coral. Let's save it. And as you can see, the height and width is still not working. Now let's try changing the display value. So display, let's say Inline-Block. Let's save it. And as you can see, the width and height of our element is increased. So that's one of the major difference between inline and Inline-Block element. The HTML elements do not have Inline-Block as their default display value, but we can give them this value to design layouts. Let's try an example to understand it better. Say you have to design this layout where you have two sections next to each other. So we can do that using Inline-Block element. So let's give that a try. Let's bring up our code editor. Let's remove these. Let's quickly create this structure. So we've got a header. Then we've got main. And at the bottom, we've got footer. Inside the main, we've got section. And we've also got aside. So the light coral is aside, and say this light brown is section. All right, let's give these elements some styles. So coming here, let's remove this. Say header, background color, say light blue, height, say 80 pixels. Let's save it. Let's give a color and height to our footer. Say height 300 pixels. Background color light gray. Let's save it. Coming back here, and as you can see, we've got our navigation bar and the footer. Also, let's remove this margin from the body tag. So body and margin 0. Let's save it. Now let's try to give this aside and section some stylings. So let's say aside, background color light coral, say height 450 pixels. Let's save it. Similarly, let's add some stylings for this section element. So section, let's say height 450 pixels. Let's add a background color, say burly wood. Let's save it. And as you can see here, we've got our navigation bar, aside, the section, and the footer. Now what we have to do is we have to bring this aside and the main section next to each other. So let's try that. So if we give the width, say 50% to aside, and width, say 49% to section. And as you can see, these are taking half of the width of entire space available, but these are still display block. So that's why they are in different lines. So let's change that. Say display inline block, let's save it. Similarly, say display inline block, let's save it. And now as you can see, both of these elements are now next to each other, the way we wanted it here. Although there's some styling for the main section as well, so let's add that quickly. So main, let's add some padding, say 16 pixels on the top and bottom and 10% on left and right. As you can see, it's looking pretty much the same. Also, for the aside, the width is a bit less. Let's say 29%, and let's give 1% as margin right. Let's save it. And as you can see, our aside element looks almost the same. Similarly, for the section, let's increase the width. So we can add 20% here, so which goes to 69%. And as you can see, our structure is ready, but there's one thing that we missed. So if you look, the top bar is sticky. So let's make that. So coming to this header section. So to make something sticky, we need position sticky. And for this sticky to work, we have to add a condition. So for that, let's say top 0. So it wouldn't scroll at all. So by default, it will stick to the top. So let's try it. And now as you can see, our top bar is sticking to the top. That's all for today, guys. If there's something that you did not understand, feel free to drop a comment and we will discuss it. See you in the next video. Bye and take care.